Somebody just sent me a really, really amazing video. I seen it a while ago. It is a very, very powerful video. I favored it. Go check it out. It's about King, my King. Um, I should get the title of it so you can see which video it is. That's My King is the title of the video. Go check it out. And this is sort of like the pieces of the puzzle that we kind of need to put together. And while I be against everybody that says, hey, you got to believe in Jesus, I'm kind of against that because it's how we perceive how to believe in him. And we believe him as though he's the king. This guy's going to save us. You know, and it's like, that is not his message. That is not what Jesus was here on the planet and the experience that was meant to be. He was the example of. He's not going to save you. He's trying to be teaching you, don't be a sinner. You know, he's trying to teach you, live with the same beliefs I believe in, and you'll be saved. Don't look for somebody else to save you. I mean, look in history. Has anybody saved you? All of these people that are believing in a Jesus, you know, they died. You know, they didn't get eternal life. And that's the whole message, is how to get eternal life. Back in the friggin' Bible, they lived past 900 years. How? More of those people that live that long lived the example of what Jesus's message is. They lived as he lived. They walked his talk. You know, it's not about, hey, keep sinning and Jesus will be there and save you. And the only way you can get to God is by believing in Jesus and then you die. And that's the biggest misconception, is that we all die. And it's like, yeah, if you watch that over and over and over again, you start to believe that that's true. But have we ever seen any example of somebody actually not dying? Jesus, he didn't die. Is any one of us on this planet actually walking the walk, doing exactly as this king is doing, and then lived? If they died, it's because they didn't live the same way. There's some kind of sin involved in their life that made them die. Otherwise, they wouldn't die. We've even had some examples of people dying and coming back to life and then writing books on it. You know, and we still just haven't put all of the pieces of the puzzle together. But when we do, and we see that we're all connected with each other, and if we all lived as Jesus lived, and we all were loving and supportive and forgiving and, you know, everything that Jesus stands for, if we all did that, if we all walked the talk, then the proof of that would be in your lifespan. It would improve. Your life would increase. So there's my message about Jesus. Do believe in a lot of things that are out there, but I don't believe the man is going to save you. I don't believe that's going to be your way to get to God. You know, and you say God's going to be the only guy that judges. Yeah, God's not going to judge you to be a bad person no matter what, because he's going to know that you were heavily influenced. You did your best, you know, but it's the act of dying that says you didn't get to me. You know, and what happened to Jesus? How come he ain't around? If he didn't die, what happened to him? Did he evolve? Did he ascend? It's like, that's where we're all going to. You know, the planet isn't really round. The planet's only held together by our belief systems. And where we're going is pretty scary because we've never been there before. But you have to trust. It's a heaven. It's going to provide you with all the freaking joy you want. I've even heard, like, Deepak Chopra is one of them. You know, the guy that wrote all of the books about here's how to live your life and, you know, an endless body, yet he writes a book about death and that everybody's supposed to die. It's like, how do you live an endless life and then you write a book about, hey, accept the fact that you're going to die? The guy made a lot of money off of telling everybody that you're going to die. And if you really believe this guy's telling you the right truth, then you're going to be inspired to die and accept your death. You know, and you look at his insanity that made him do all of that. The guy is meditating. I mean, the guy is meditating every freaking day. And I'm kind of against meditators because you're going to meditate on your own beliefs and you're going to manifest your own beliefs through heavy, heavy, heavy meditating. And what does this guy do when he's meditating on all of the answers because he looks at himself as having all the answers? He's not looking out there for more answers. He's just trying to manifest his own answers over and over and over again. And what this man actually said is, if we solve all the problems in the world, we'd be mummified mummies, not moving anywhere. He has this comprehension that if we actually solved all these problems, we wouldn't move. You know, that life is all about problems because it's our problems that make us move. You know, like we'd be beings that don't do anything, that we, you know, and no. And I don't think we're going to get rid of the planet. We're not ready to get rid of the planet. I think we're going to have a lot of time enjoying our fun. You know, and then there's going to be another stage because it's involving an awful lot of people. You know, like I think we're going to want to enjoy having fun. And then after we practice by having fun, we're going to ascend. But that's a long time away. You know, we're going to have a lot of fun first. So it's not like we're going to be mummified mummies. That is like such a strange belief to have. It's when you get out of that fishbowl and look at yourself, you just know where you were. But where you are in looking inside that fishbowl, guess what? You're still in a fishbowl, and you have to jump outside of that fishbowl to look at where you are. This is a constant evolution. Constant evolution. You know, it's like God the Father had a bunch of kids. It's when the kids grow up and turn into God. We're only going to be like that God experience when we all are connected with our Godness and work together at creating heaven. And then once you get there, you can improve on it. You know, it's just like I had kids. And what did they do? They improve on their parents. And then when they have kids, their parents are going to improve on their parents. Every single parent says, you know what? I know better. I'm going to just make sure that everything that happened in my past isn't going to happen with my kids. So it's the same process that we're going to be better at being gods. And it's way, way out there. It ain't going to happen tomorrow. We got to be focused on creating this heaven. And then we got to experience heaven and then give birth to others to improve on our idea of heaven. So whatever heaven God created before, obviously it wasn't good enough because he needed to create a bunch of us to be able to improve on that. Is God all-knowing? Yes. I know a hell of a lot more than my own kids. I'm wiser. I have experience. But most of it, every single thing I learned by paying attention to my kids. My kids taught me more about life than my parents did. It's kind of how we need to wake up at that. When you kind of see that it's the new that is always improving. And if you pay attention to kids, they do know more. Not everything. You have to have respect for your elders. You have to have a respect for the God that we have. He is all-knowing. He is all-wise. He has a lot of experience that we should be paying attention to. All of the examples he set. That's why God doesn't show up. Because God is all-knowing. He already knows. You know what? If I help you out, it might screw things up. You know, I need to let you learn from your lessons so I can observe and pay attention and be better myself. That's what I do with my kids. You know, I offer my advice, but if I want to learn better, I listen to them. I respect them. They just need to learn how to respect back. No, I'll probably get a lot of bullshit about how dare you think you're better than God. I don't think I'm better than God. I'm just one person that kind of sees the bigger picture. Peace out.